Hey y'all, welcome in. You got the 11 Deep Dawgcast. I'm Star Wars Dog. I'm a bit hoarse because I did end up going to the game today. Uh Obviously Georgia didn't get it done. Of course, it's Alabama in our way again. I think in this breakdown I'm going to be referring to Antonio quite a bit because it was no good.
What do you think, Antonio?
My God.
I reckon I want to start with my experience today. I got up there early enough and experienced the fanfare. Uh, Fantastic. It was a lot of fun. Oh, Hootie was in there. You know what? Here, Caleb, I'm gonna bring you in.
Okay.
Oh, Hootie was in there. Got to see him perform live.
Who did the Blowfish?
Well, yeah, Darius Rucker.
So was it Darius or Hootie?
It was just Darius, but I call it Hootie.
Still cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so got to see him. At some point, I'm gonna put together all the videos that I took today, and I'll post them on here. But yeah, so I got to watch him live. He was singing some good music. Was on TV there for a little while for Marty McGee. I was in the background.
All right.
Yeah, got to meet Row 60. Some good friends of ours. Heck yeah, Matt Wing. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, fanfare was awesome.
It's an incredible event. You know, I went in 2010 as a Gamecock fan. I've only been able to go to that once.
Mhm.
And that one time, I don't know if it's, being there with my dad and those kind of memories or just the amount of fun that I had there, but it was something that I'll always cherish.
No way. I'm sorry. Developing at the moment a crazy interception by Florida State. That should have been a touchdown for Louisville. What the hell?
Oh, I thought I was waiting for the breaking news. The SEC has found out that the game was bought.
Well, it was not. We done lost.
But fanfare.
So
let's talk about fanfare.
Back to fanfare.
Yeah.
Great time. Like I said, that was awesome. Awesome experience. First time I've ever gone to championship game or anything like that. That was good.
Think maybe you don't need to go back?
Yes. And I'm gonna get to the bad part now.
Yep.
I don't like Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I know Row 60 likes to do their concession stand report, and I got 2 hot dogs, just classic hot dogs, and a souvenir cup. Hot dogs were an easy 4 out of 10. They were horrible. And then all of the ice dispensers were out of ice. So got to sip on some warm lemonade.
Serious?
And also, I don't know whose dumbass idea it was, but here we call this the 11 Deep Dogcast. Hopefully, we're all 11 deep by this point on a Saturday.
I'm only 3 deep.
Well, that didn't happen today. They didn't serve alcohol at the game whatsoever. I mean, probably if you had your press box or dropped 20 grand on a fucking ticket, then maybe you did. But
was there any reason given?
No. I just I heard some murmurs about it, and then me and my buddy Tyler were walking around trying to find a beer stand, and all of them were closed.
I don't understand that because the SEC doesn't bar alcohol sales at any stadium anymore.
No, and Alabama allows it. Now, Georgia doesn't sell it at the stadium, but Alabama does at theirs.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. And I think
Mercedes-Benz, and plus, not only that, but prior to the SEC even having a rule say you can, they still sold it at fucking championship games because they were
at the Georgia Florida game too. They serve beer there. It's a pro stadium. I don't understand that. At fanfare, I had 2 beers. I should have had more if I would have known that
Yeah.
the actual stadium was going to do it. Another issue that I had, um, the the scoreboard, which is a cool idea. It's a
Yeah.
whole wraparound 360-degree scoreboard, right? It's pretty cool. Megatron, whatever. Megatron. You know what I'm saying. Very cool unless you have the working man tickets and you're anywhere in the third deck rows. Um you can't see the board. I showed to him earlier, it'd be like looking at this. So like that's about all that you would see of the scoreboard itself, other than, all
Hey, dog, can you give me your seat number in just a second?
yeah.
Um,
Oh shoot, we got somebody new in here. Long nose Pete. Yeah, I'm gonna get to this conversation. I do have some interesting thoughts, so if you would stick around. Um,
give me
I've
your
expressed them
section.
before and they haven't really changed, but I do have some interesting thoughts on what they should do slash what they're going to do. So
What section were you?
I was section 309 and row
Okay.
26.
Okay. What seat
Almost
am I?
all the way at the top, like 5 rows from the
Okay.
top.
Okay. Being a really great friend here, I
Mm,
have a picture from oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. From row 25, which is actually a little bit below where Dog would have been sitting.
right.
And this is your view from this seat.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, the
Oops.
wraparound's a great idea, but
Yeah,
you
you
don't see
can't see
shit.
fucking shit out of this thing. Oh, I need that clip.
Oh yeah, you do.
I need that clip bad.
But yeah, like I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
you see
and
nothing but feet.
this is from the Ed Sheeran concert that was there.
Ah,
A view from
yeah,
my seat. If you're ever going somewhere and you don't know what you've never been there before, you want to know what you're gonna be
and
seeing, that website's a killer.
for sure. And not to be ungrateful or anything like that. My ticket was gifted to me by a good friend, Sundowners. Um, he just did a live stream tonight. Caleb was there, matter of fact.
It was, yeah.
Um,
Had a lot of fun.
it's a good channel. Check it out. He has a lot of cool things to offer. I highly suggest checking out Sundowners. Caleb, if you wouldn't mind
Yep.
dropping his
Yep.
link in there. Um, but yeah, so uh yeah, so I was gifted that ticket, went ahead and got another ticket for my buddy in the row in front of me. So uh we went ahead and made it work. But not the greatest stadium, and whoever's running that stadium and the fan cams and the operators who decide what fans to show, um their formula was definitely 8 Bama to 1 Georgia. Um and maybe that was more of because Bama was leading the game for most of the game.
I think it
Um
probably was.
yeah. Uh and to be totally honest, I think a lot of part-time Georgia fans were at this game. And I say part-time fans, kind of like a uh
Bandwagon.
kind of like a gatekeeper, right? So
Yeah.
we have real fans, we have fake fans, we have part-time fans. Uh people that people that don't really watch the games every week. They don't pay attention. They probably couldn't name you more than 5 people on the roster. Uh
Ooh.
I was surrounded by Bama fans and they were pretty motivated. Um the few Georgia fans that were near me were dead. I mean, I'm pretty sore and I was hollering every single down on defense, even though I was way up in the extra nosebleeds.
They still
Um,
hear you. They still hear you.
Oh yeah, every bit helps.
Yep.
Every bit helps. I was using the warm lemonade to keep the throat lubricated,
There you
and
go. And then, did you get to the point where you have to still kind of do like a little hum and a little bit of a yell, even when
I
you're not,
actually
to keep the
packed
headache from
some.
forming?
I packed some throat lozenges.
There you go.
I got me some cough drops, man.
This
I
man
brought a
was
couple.
prepared.
I was on it. Yeah, but the other Georgia fans barely ever made a peep. Besides when we got a touchdown, then they were giving
Yeah.
me some high fives and shit. But
Yeah, I always pack 4 Advil, and I take them just after the first quarter.
I did before I left the house.
Well, that was for
I
the
thought of
hangover.
that as well. But what an experience. If you get a chance to go to the game as a Georgia fan in that stadium, make sure your seats are good, and next time be loud. I
Yeah.
The Bama fans put us to shame, to be honest with you. They were so much louder. Even on SEC football final, I was watching that on the ride home quietly, and um, even they were saying, yeah, when Bama was up on defense, it was deafening in here, and it was. And there was only like 78,000 people in the building, is what they said, which is surprising. But
Well, it's an
not,
NFL stadium.
yeah, not really when they charge. You know, you can find tickets for 14,000 and 2,000 for somewhere in the first row or first, section. Damn. And I also seen earlier in the day too, which obviously they're two big name teams, so it's gonna demand a little more price. Um, we were almost 3 times as high as any of the other championship tickets price.
We always are. I mean, you remember
Absurd.
We back in like 2011 and 12, we
Mhm,
used to make fun of the ACC championship because
mhm.
it was actually more expensive to like go to Wendy's with a friend than buy a ticket to the ACC championship.
Right.
Like when
I mean, it'd be
I think it's
nice, though.
always in Charlotte, but it was in Charlotte
Yeah,
one year,
yeah.
and yeah, like 50-yard line, upper of the lower bowl. I think it
Right.
was like $14,
That'd be so
which
nice. Like,
which is pathetic.
it is pathetic, but I I can't say I'm
Well,
jealous.
so
Like,
so this is
I
the
would
thing.
love that.
The problem with football is that there's so much money in it. It's one of the reasons why baseball is better, because everyone can go to a baseball game.
It's because their
You
games don't really matter.
you can go spend 16, you can go spend $20 and buy a ticket, or you can
Mm,
spend $1,000 and buy a ticket. It is democracy at its finest. Everyone
yeah,
can participate.
yeah. Um, yeah.
Sorry, I
Right,
broke
I
him
guess
for a second there, guys. He's gotta get over my baseball's better.
yeah.
I've been disinvited.
No, you're fine. I just my brain is
I was going to put him.
I'm trying to keep it straight, trying to get my thoughts together about this game. Uh I think I've said my piece about the stadium and my experience. I kind of prefer watching it at the house, to be honest with you, or a good sports bar, but those are getting harder to find now. But
Mhm.
all right, so I guess we talk about the game. Caleb, you didn't really see it, but
I did not know.
we started out strong. They got the ball first. We forced a 3 and out. Got the ball, immediately went and scored. We were
Beautiful.
clicking,
Exactly how
firing.
you want to start.
It was gorgeous. Uh And then we go again. They get down, they make a field goal. Then we get the ball 3 and out for us. It seemed like we were doing okay, but pretty much after our first drive, we we somehow adjusted to decide to run the ball. And I can't help but feel I love Kirby. Understand me, everybody. I love Kirby Smart. He's the greatest coach in college football currently. But I feel like when he's up against Nick Saban and when his team is running the ball, it kind of becomes a bit of a dick measuring contest. And Kirby wants nothing more to run the ball better than his team does. And we almost make it a point to where it kills us to try to run the ball better than they do. Because they were running the ball pretty effectively, even though the stats really don't show it. It was more of the timing of when those runs happened, and they were enough to get the first down, where our runs were stonewalled almost immediately every single time.
So, as a fellow fan who has had a son of Saban as a head coach, I can pretty much confirm that there really does seem to be a thing about Sabanites wanting to do
Trying to
everything
out
better.
Saban.
Yes. And it's like, you're not going to do it. He is one of, if not the greatest college football coach of all time.
For now.
Play your game and win.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it felt like, what it seems like to me. Check these comments. Colin, what's going on, buddy? Great to have you here. Yeah, that's definitely what it seems like. And it led to a lot of clock management issues. I was rather upset with 40 seconds left in the half. We have the ball. We have 2 timeouts, and we run the ball and we go to half. That's
You can't be doing that.
That's pissy. Like, why are we conceding the first quarter? Small town republic.
Small time.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, that kind of stuff right there. Just
look. Here's the thing. Fine. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. In that.
That laugh at the end.
Yeah, honestly, it's almost as good as my laugh.
It's not. It's more iconic, but you're getting there, sir. You're getting there. Man, not good. So that's all the first half. And believe we didn't even score a point in the second quarter. That's correct. We did not. We missed a field goal though. Coincidentally, so how much we lost by. And them getting a field goal off of a fumble near the 10-yard line, which was good on our defense to hold them to a field goal when they were that close. That's the difference, man. I mean, Beck threw for almost 250 yards. He's 240 something. He was right there. You know, his average is 250 every single game. Our rush around 70 something. It wasn't the worst thing. Would like to see better rushing. They obviously were ready for it. Every single time we lined up to run it, they knew it was coming, and they could stop it. Yeah, I don't know. Not that great, man. Could have been worse. It's not like they absolutely owned us, but they certainly had our number all night. We never could quite come back. I couldn't believe the way it ended. Them getting victory formation.
So tell me about that, because I heard several things about, oh my God, I can't believe it ended like this. But I don't know how it ended.
So we had 2 more timeouts. And
What's
we
up,
were
Damian?
just under. What's up, Daimyo? We were just under. Yeah, if you could handle that for me. We were just under. Uh, like a minute 50 or so, and Alabama gets a first down, and that was it. I mean, there was. It seemed like there was enough, and I think we had 1 timeout left. Yeah, we did. We had 1 timeout left, and that was it. Like it didn't seem like that was the end. Like I was sitting there watching it. I watched it happen, and I was like, "Wait," because I hear the Alabama fans cheering like they won the game, and I'm like, "Wait, what? We still have a timeout." Kirby let him run another play, and then he calls the timeout. That was pointless, and they win the game. Victory formation twice. Yeah, I mean, and we were down 3. We had attempted sort of an onside kick, didn't quite get it, but it still went out at the 25. But when he needed to gash us on the run, he fucking did it. That was definitely concern for our team with the scrambling quarterback getting out the outside, and that dude's got crazy speed. Just caught us
Milrow?
sleeping one too many times, man.
Milrow?
Yeah, Milrow. Yeah, see, long nose Pete. Yeah, for sure. Very hard to defend against him. Especially this year's defense. That's like that's the secret sauce to us, man. And if you noticed, anytime we forced him to throw, he was throwing like hammered shit tonight. That's the worst part of this.
What was he doing?
He didn't even throw or play his best game. He didn't even remotely
Can
play
you
his
say
best
that
game.
again?
He threw like hammered shit. And now he ran the ball effectively and strong, but not often. But when he did, it was for a first down and to keep the game going. We almost picked him off 3 fucking times in the first half, but almost hit horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yep.
Still waiting on Iowa to score. Yeah, I think we'll be waiting quite some time for that one. Small time. I don't think anybody's found their offense. You'd have better luck finding Waldo. But yeah, man, piss poor. Defensively, I mean, you have Dalen Everett out there looking like a fool, lined up against Jermaine Burton, giving up touchdowns, giving up first downs. I don't understand why Kirby continues to put him on the field. I don't get it. I reckon we'll that's my recap of the game, everyone. Not super pleased. Obviously, we didn't win. Yeah, it seemed like Bowers and McConkey weren't fully healthy either, which was a concern. A lot of people were thinking that was just coach speak yesterday when Kirby Smart was talking to the media. It seemed apparent. No Rah Thomas either. That was a big miss. Even Brock Bowers. I mean, they clearly stopped targeting him. Even when we were in the fourth quarter, getting close, we had like 2 more targets to him, and that was it, man. We just wasn't good. We weren't on all cylinders. But I've said before that if we lose this game, we're out. We're not going to the national championship. We are not going to be in the top 4. I do still believe that. A part of me also says that that really, even by some chance, the committee does the right thing and does put the 4 best teams in the country in, because
Mhm.
I don't think you can watch football and say Georgia is not one of the 4 best teams. Even after tonight, obviously we lost to Alabama. Um, but I don't think you can say that we're not one of the 4 best. But
Right,
unfortunately, that's not what the committee does. The committee
right.
doesn't do that. They're never going to put us in over an undefeated team. That's not going to happen. I don't expect them to. And my greater point is to say that I personally don't think if we couldn't take care of Alabama this time, um, why should we get a second chance again? Why I understand we're still one of the 4 best teams, um, but why should we get another chance? I
Yeah,
know
I gotta say I respect that because there are we've always said, and I say we because as a South Carolina fan who has yet to reach that pinnacle yet, um,
yeah,
I've lived vicariously through other SEC teams, and I've always kind of thought, it's a good thing for the SEC to win because then when our head coach goes to a team, to a player, and says, I want you to come play for me, we play in the best conference. And that makes it easier to uh, appeal to that. It just does. Now, obviously, with when the playoffs became a thing, that didn't work as well, which is why, you know, what's his name? Dabo was able to go to people and say,
mhm,
"Hey, you don't have to beat every SEC team every year. You can come play in the ACC and beat people who should be playing at the Ohio School for the Deaf and Blind." And uh, yeah, so
yeah,
I I I agree that I think Georgia is one of the better team is one of the best teams in the country. Um, but you have to win. And for
right,
you to sit there and say that you do think that y'all probably shouldn't be in there, well, you have to win. And
right,
unfortunately, you didn't. But neither do we. So
correct. Well, that yeah, that's true. Like that's how it is. If I mean now if Michigan were to lose, which again we're still looking for Iowa's offense. Don't know where they're at, but um, I don't know if Louisville can do anything. But even if Florida State drops down, um, I don't know. I still don't see it. I don't see why they would do it. I would understand and agree if they did, but at the same time, uh, we didn't get it done. We
uh
didn't get it done today. Today basically
just
was
a
the
quick
national
question.
championship, just like in 2018. Uh, this is the game people wanted to watch. They
Yeah.
don't care about the games afterwards.
Mhm.
This was for all the marbles, and we didn't make it. We didn't get it. So
So
yeah,
question here from Matt Wayne, if he could either hop in or answer. In the chat, why are you saying this? Is it the fact of the matter that the ACC just isn't that competitive, especially this year,
I
or
I believe he's saying that because Florida State's clearly not better than Georgia, regardless if they're
okay,
undefeated
okay,
or not.
okay, which is fine to say.
Right.
I was just, I'm on the whole, you have to win, and
I I
unless they
understand that, and I
lose,
agree.
they're not up by much. They're only up by what? Is it 7?
Uh,
I think it's
yeah, it's 6-13 right now.
13-6. So yeah, they're up by 7.
They got the
So
ball. They're in the red zone though.
yeah, so if they win, then you've got an undefeated season and a conference
Right.
championship.
They're in. Like obviously,
Um, and
Vanderbilt
it's
could beat
not
Georgia.
like a couple years ago where uh what's I don't know if I'd say Vanderbilt could beat Louisville. I mean, you see
That's
Vanderbilt play football?
That's a bold strategy cut.
It's not like what was it 2 years ago where Cincinnati went in?
Yeah. Well,
So it's
yeah.
not that. There's still a Power 5 team.
Small time. You don't think they're gonna get in if they win
They're
this
undefeated,
championship?
they'll get in.
They will get in. Come on. They will get in.
The only way they don't get in is if we find out something in like the next 2 days that they've been doing something.
Yeah.
And the committee decides to punish them for it.
Yeah. Alabama should leapfrog Texas. I agree with that. I understand the head-to-head conversation because obviously Texas got a win over them. But Alabama just got the best win, period, that any team could get, including Texas's win over them early in the season. And you can't tell me that shouldn't matter or doesn't matter.
No, I completely agree that where your win falls does matter.
Like you're a complete.
An early
They're
win is
clearly
different
a completely different team now.
No, this just kind of reminds me of what was it? Was it 2014 where Alabama was they needed like 9 different things to happen in order to get into the playoffs, and they all happened on like week 12.
Wow. Imagine that.
It was that first time that Washington was actually doing well.
Matt Ween, is that your order as well?
There's no way.
I don't know. Honestly, Washington could be ranked 1 over Michigan.
Michigan's currently number 2, aren't they?
Yeah. But Washington
leapfrogs.
Washington got a convincing win over a really good Oregon team again. And Michigan, although, Iowa isn't scoring a bunch of points, is still kind of playing with their food. They're not. Last I checked, they're not. They haven't scored a shit ton. Let me check real quick. Where are you?
I mean, I guess we could all just go ahead and agree that we're not going to agree with what the committee does, no matter what.
Unless it's just made easy for them.
Yeah, unless, it reminds me of whenever the commissioner of a sport walks out, like at the Hall of Fame or something, or the draft, everyone boos him. Even if, that commissioner has done something good, he always gets booed because it's just the way it works.
Yeah. 26-0. A minute and a half left.
In the entire
Do what?
In the entire game?
For the Michigan game? Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. I would have expected them to score more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's still a blowout, though. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's victory formation. That's game. Well, all right. So, yeah, he's got. Wow, you're putting Texas in as well? Now, is that depending on FSU losing? Or is that with them being undefeated? You're going to put 2-1 loss in front. I don't. Is that what you think it should be, or that's what you think the committee's going to do? Because I don't think I don't have any faith the committee would do anything like that.
Who's on the committee this year?
I don't.
Because that shit matters.
Yeah.
It's like I remember the first like 2 or 3 years, Condoleezza Rice was on the committee. Like, what is the former Secretary of Defense doing on the committee? Secretary of State.
Matt, you're not wrong there. Although
I think 12-team playoff is a dumb idea.
It's too much. You can do it 6 easily. Like,
you gonna cut games out of the season, or you gonna extend the season?
Apparently, they're gonna add a game somewhere. I think. I don't know. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But we wouldn't be having this part of the conversation if that was the case next year. Let's see. Small time. Michigan, Washington. So, it hurts to say. Yeah. Yeah. Dang. Yeah. See, Matt Tween.
No, I don't think you cut the regular season at all.
You can take a cupcake away easily. Take one of the FCS schools out, which are pointless and are just there to potentially get your players hurt. Yeah. And I hear the argument, oh, it gets those schools a lot of money and it helps
Hey,
their
don't talk
entire
about me like that.
Yeah, yeah, right. Listen, what are we fucking charities? Like no. You're
Yes,
trying to put
literally.
out
The University of Georgia is a 501c organization. They are literally a charity.
Are they?
Yes.
Pretty sure they make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it's all nonprofit.
Right. I'm sure.
Yes,
Oh man.
quite literally.
Yeah.
Though, if you're ever offered the research budget versus the athletic budget, always take the research budget because I promise you it's more.
Understand. Well, still, bringing in those smaller schools is a waste of a Saturday. Like I said, it's a potential way to injure your players, for no reason either. Like it's yeah. A lot of times, yeah, you'll have you'll have an upset somewhere that might happen, and they're funny, but who the hell is Star Wars Dragon Fruit? What the heck?
Is that your alt?
No, not that one.
Maybe it's Wade.
But yeah, Auburn got burned on that for sure. It is funny when it happens, but yeah, I don't find any enjoyment watching them. Yeah, I think they need to go away. We can cut those out and add another playoff game. But that's just my opinion. We've actually gone a whole lot longer than I thought I was going to, and I believe that's your fault, Caleb, and I appreciate it.
Well, yeah, you're very welcome. So here's my question for you. I know, you walk out with an L and everything just kind of gets great and it's not nearly as much fun. But overall, what was the experience like?
I give Fanfare a solid 9 out of 10. The actual stadium experience, I would have to give I give it a 5. I mean, maybe if I was in a different spot, but not serving alcohol was
That's a weird thing.
was pretty fucking
I
lame.
think something might have happened. Either like someone got too drunk like 3 days ago at some event and someone died or something, because that's a weird. I mean, I've never heard of that.
Whoever made that call.
Look, here's the thing. Fine. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, because Bud Light lost a lot of money today.
Yeah, I mean,
they
were selling them at Fanfare, and
yeah.
I was able to drink some.
So it had to have been a stadium thing.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Captain Crunch? You here to tear up all the roofs of our mouths, or what?
You're gonna blast something in your mouth.
Yeah. Jeez, boy. I am exhausted. I think I need another beer. If you're stuck around, which hey, I see we got 8 people and 2 over on the Facebook watching.
The
I
Facebook.
appreciate y'all being here. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Let's see what the committee does, and we may or may not have another show for you next week. But that all depends on what shakes out. Michigan won their game, so I guess we're counting on Louisville to do something to give us a possibility. So,
Louisville.
yeah, you heard what I said. Tyler, you too. Mother, good night. Coors Light and Curse. Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good night. And we will see you next time. All right.
Adios.
We'll see you. Not that button.